Department. I'm Ken Shocknick. The early show starts right now.
Breaking news, feds to the rescue again. The government takes over insurance giant AIG in an $85 billion bailout.
I'm Jeff Glor at the New York Stock Exchange. We'll tell you why the feds changed their mind about saving the company.
Plus, Harry's exclusive interview with Donald Trump on how you can survive the market. Breaking overseas, embassy attack. A car bomb explodes at the American embassy in Yemen. We'll have the latest. And royals on the rocks? Is Prince William choosing his career over his longtime girlfriend? The latest early this Wednesday morning, September 17th, 2008. Good morning, everyone. I'm Maggie Rodriguez along with Harry Smith. Julie is off this morning, and yes, the bailouts are back. Just a couple of days after refusing to come to the rescue of Lehman Brothers, here's the federal government coming to the rescue of AIG to the tune of $85 billion. Ahead this morning, we're going to tell you why this, in their view, was a crucial company to bail out.
Yeah, more than 100,000 employees, so many trillion-dollar company. Very, very big deal. We'll get to that in just a second. Also, this morning, we'll have a little conversation with Donald Trump. Stopped by his offices yesterday. This is a man who,
well, it can't be good.
Near calamity in the late 80s and early 90s in the real estate business. He has some advice for trying to hold it together in these tough times.
Also, we have a story about an electric car. Two auto giants, Chevy and GM, have a lot riding on this. Ahead this morning, we'll show you how it works and what's at stake. But first, the federal government loans American International Group, AIG, $85 billion to prevent the nation's largest insurance company from collapsing. Early show national correspondent Jeff Glor is at the New York Stock Exchange. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, Maggie, good morning. Here's what the markets are doing this morning in reaction after, for the second time in a month, the government uses taxpayer money to save a private company. Yes, it is Uncle Sam to the rescue, but oh, what a price tag. Faced with the prospect of a $1 trillion company failing and the further crisis in confidence that could have triggered, the Fed decided they had no other choice. This unprecedented $85 billion loan will shore up a massive insurance company and give the government an 80% stake.
This is a very big deal because by bailing out AIG, it's essentially bailing out the entire banking sector.
It's a move that seemed unthinkable only a few days ago. But these have been a few days that changed Wall Street forever. Lehman Brothers, bankrupt. Merrill Lynch, sold in haste. Now AIG, another outfit stunned when bad bets in the subprime mortgage market came boomeranging back. On the trading floor, Tuesday was another wild day for stocks. Swung up, then down, then up 141 points. Despite calls to rally the market with a rate cut, the Fed left its key Fed funds rate unchanged at 2%, primarily over concerns about inflation. But it's not all down news. Your 401k may be tanking, but your gas tank is smiling. The price of crude oil has now fallen $55, or 37%, since it peaked in July, because of the slowing economy and decreasing demand. There's talk of the national average for a gallon of gas soon dropping below $3.50. Even more amazing when you consider Hurricane Ike was supposed to push prices way up. The market more powerful than a massive hurricane, but still not done weathering the storm.
If you're going to put this into a baseball metaphor, I think we're in the 6th inning of a 9-inning game, and this isn't a doubleheader.
More evidence this morning. It is not over yet. There's indications that the Fed is looking for a buyer for the bank Washington Mutual. Also discussions of Morgan Stanley potentially partnering up with a commercial bank. We should also mention that if AIG stock rebounds, those taxpayers whose money was used would benefit because of the government's equity stake. They would reap a profit. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jeff Glor, CBS News.
Now here's Harry.
All right, thanks, Maggie. Let's talk about this bailout of AIG with Liz Clayman from the Fox Business Network. Good morning, Liz.
Good morning, Harry.
All right, was AIG just too big to fail?
Well, haven't we heard that about Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac? But apparently, the U.S. government, Treasury Department, insurance executives, and real experts were saying that, yes, AIG would have been too big to fail. I know this sounds like a broken record, but they did what was called a stress test over the past 48 hours, and they tried to figure out what, Harry, would happen if AIG went under, and they put it as catastrophic.
Where is the penalty for these bad business practices? Where do these guys, so the CEO is let go, but hello, these guys think they've been gambling with the house money for years, and it's our job to bail them out?
Apparently so. And you know what's fascinating, Harry, is that last night late, the Treasury Department held a quickie press conference, and they were trying to explain it's a stretch to call this a nationalization. It's a stretch to call it a bailout. The U.S. government is not getting in the insurance business, but in essence, they really are. They're taking an 80% stake in the company, and yes, a CEO or a board member here and there gets let go, but just 2 days ago, you and I were talking about Lehman Brothers and talking about the fact that these companies, and I use the analogy, pulled themselves up to the gambling, the roulette table, and they lost, and suddenly it's your problem.
Yeah, they didn't know when to back away. Does the federal government have unlimited funds to continue bailing out businesses that made really bad decisions?
Your funds are their funds. That's us. So if you talk about taxes and you wonder where is this all going, unlimited funds you would think that they have, because we're now looking at Fannie and Freddie and that rescue, and then the situation with AIG of $85 billion loan. Although I talked to some people really quickly this morning who said this is actually an investment and the U.S. government could end up, depending on the terms of the loan, make some money here.
There's been some suggestion that there be like a resolution trust. Remember during the S&L crisis in the late 80s, early 90s, this government entity got together, they gobbled up all these bad assets and then sold them off piecemeal until the crisis passed. Might that be an alternative?
Well, you know, we're getting to that point, Harry. It's a great point to bring that up, but I'll tell you something. It looks as if you talk to people who are looking at this situation, they say, okay, this is it, finally now. But we heard that with Bear Stearns being bought by J.P. Morgan back in March. We then heard it with Fannie and Freddie. Okay, that's the worst, these gigantic mortgage companies. Now that they've been rescued, it should be fine. And here we have AIG. I'm not betting that this is over in any way, shape, or form.
And in the end, just very quickly, AIG, this is not about your life insurance policy or anything like this. These were the policies that they wrote on those crazy instruments that helped raise the money for all those bad mortgages that have gone under in the last 2 years.
Exactly. Your auto policy is safe. Your insurance, your general insurance, life and home, that's safe. No, these were these credit default swaps, and not to get too complicated, but yes, wealthy, sophisticated investors made bad bets, and they had AIG insuring them, and when these all went down, AIG began to falter very badly to the point where the government has now had to step in.
There you go, Liz Clayman. Pleasure. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it.
Anytime.
Righto. Russ Mitchell is at the news desk. Lots of news this morning, too. Good morning, Russ.
Good morning, Harry. Maggie, good morning, everyone. There's been a deadly attack at the gates of the American embassy in the capital of Yemen this morning. At least 10 people were killed. CBS News correspondent Mark Phillips has the latest for us from London. Mark, good morning to you.
Good morning, Russ. Well, the attack, which seems to have involved a car bomb, was contained on the periphery of the embassy compound. It's surrounded by heavy concrete barriers. There were, as you say, 10 casualties, but it appears that no U.S. staff were involved. Smoke rising in the aftermath of the attack, captured on a cell phone camera and played on a Gulf news channel. A U.S. embassy spokesman describes what happened.
A car exploded at the vicinity of the main gate of the U.S. Embassy here in Sana'a. After that initial explosion, there was a series of secondary explosions. The embassy would not confirm reports of a gunfight having broken out between the attackers and security forces, although multiple explosions were heard. This was not the first time the U.S. Embassy in Yemen has been attacked. Mortars were launched toward it earlier this year, and the country was considered so dangerous, non-essential staff were evacuated. Various claims of responsibility have begun to appear on jihadist websites from groups with al-Qaeda connections. One claim demands the release of prisoners being held in Yemen and threatens more suicide car bomb attacks across the Gulf region against American and British interests. Yemen, of course, is where
Elsewhere, the American warship, the USS Cole, was attacked and nearly sunk while in harbor in the port city of Aden in 2000. And despite efforts to suppress Islamist militant groups, today's attack is an obvious sign that cells are still active. That non-U.S. embassy, the essential embassy staff, which had been evacuated from the country, had recently been let back in. That policy is now understandably being reevaluated. Russ.
Mark Phillips in London, thank you very much. Democrat Barack Obama has added some more big bucks to his campaign coffers. He held a glitzy Beverly Hills fundraiser last night, headlined by Barbra Streisand. There were 250 guests, each paying $28,500 to attend. Obama hoped to raise some $9 million at the event. One of the areas along the Texas Gulf Coast hardest hit by Hurricane Ike was Boulevard Peninsula. It is just up the coast from Galveston. Hundreds rode out the storm there. Now, this is what the peninsula looked like before the storm, and this is what it looks like now, wiped out by a storm surge. And some residents there took refuge in a church along with a full-grown lion. Its owner was trying to drive the animal to safety from a local zoo when stormy weather forced them to seek shelter in a church. The water rose inside, but the lion remained calm as a kitten. I'm guessing that's a good thing. It is now 7:10 on this Wednesday morning. Dave Price is here with our first check of the weather. What do you think about that, Dave?
I'd be praying in that church.
I think a lot of people were, Dave.
You know, I don't care what house of God it is. I'm praying if I'm there next to a lion.
Anybody wonder why someone has a pet lion?
There are so many concerns when a hurricane's roaring through.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You know what? If this lion's staying, I'm going somewhere else. Holy cow, what a picture. Unbelievable. Nice to see you, Russ. Good morning, Harry, Maggie, and good morning to you. Let's check today's weather. Let's go to the southeast. Interesting fact here. Yesterday, some much-needed rain, and today, some afternoon coastal storms. Inland sections today, rain-free. Jacksonville today, some possible rain. They've only seen 3/4 of an inch this month. The average for the first 2 weeks in September, about 4.5. Now, Spartanburg, South Carolina, yesterday, about an inch of rain, the most they've received in about 4 weeks. Now, keep in mind, some of the areas in the Carolina coastline getting swamped by Hannah. Again, inland sections not so lucky. Now we're going to go out to Vegas. An inch of rain all year. Average for the first 9 months for that area, about 3.5. Northwest coastline, we're going to see some interior sections, see some rain from the Ohio Valley all the way to Colorado, midsection of the country, all looking great. Very warm yesterday in Portland in the 90s, down again today into the 80s, and tomorrow again seasonable, back to the normal 70s. That's a quick look at the national map, everybody. Here's an early look at what's going on in your area.
Thank you, Dave. Oh, look at this. We have some clouds, not only along the coast, but moving inland as well. We have some changes. Things are going to be just fine for you today. Lots of 80s, 70s along the coast. Those of you in the inland valleys will still creep into the low 90s, but you're cooler than where you have been, and the cool down continues, Kent, right through the weekend as the onshore push comes back.
Thanks, meteorologist Henry DiCarlo. I'm Kent Schocknick. Tomorrow morning, starting at 5 a.m., lose weight faster. Simple steps you can take to lose weight 3 times as fast. Tomorrow on CBS 2 News between 5 and 7 a.m.
That's a quick look at your weather. We'll see you again at 7:30 or so. Maggie, over to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. This morning, the debate continues. In fact, it's heating up about the safety of plastics. Plastics that are used in things like baby bottles or water bottles. Some of them contain a chemical called bisphenol A, or BPA. Yesterday, as you remember, the FDA was meeting to discuss this. They decided it is safe, but that contradicts a new study that says it could cause heart disease and diabetes. Joining us is Dr. Holly Phillips. Good morning.
Good morning, Maggie.
So here's what I don't understand. Why is the FDA standing by this when there's so much doubt and now this study linking it to serious health problems?
Exactly. Well, the issue is this study was not conclusive. The study looked at 1,400 people and it measured the level of BPA in the urine. Now, 90% of us have some BPA in our systems, but what the study showed was that people with the highest levels of BPA were more than twice as likely to get diabetes or heart disease than those at the lowest levels.
So I assume that this would be urgent to find a study that is conclusive.
Certainly. This was the first study that looked at humans. We do have some animal studies that showed reproductive and endocrine problems with the chemical, but this is the first with humans, so we need many more.
We talked about this yesterday. I think it's worth reiterating because there is this doubt, even though the FDA is sticking by it. How do we know what has BPA?
Well, that's one of the problems. Many products have BPA in them, but there are some sort of tips we can use. If you're going to use reusable water bottles, look at the bottom. There should be a little triangle. If it has a number 7 it may have BPA in it. Number 1 through 6 is safe.
See, I learned this yesterday, and I can't tell you the number of people on the street who said, what was that number again? And my daughter was drinking the bottled water last night. We turned it around and it had a 1. So any number but 7 is okay.
Exactly.
All right.
And 7, it doesn't mean it definitely has BPA, but it might.
All right.
Other tips, if you're going to warm something up in the microwave, choose glass or Pyrex. By putting it in plastic, the chemical BPA may leach out into your food.
Because of the heat?
Exactly. So it's better to go with glass. And also, try to use jars or bottles instead of cans. Some of the cans are actually lined with plastic on the inside, which could have BPA, and that, of course, could get into your food. So there are some little changes we can make in the meantime while we're trying to get to some conclusive evidence.
Beautiful. Dr. Holly Phillips, thanks. Coming up next, Harry talks to Donald Trump on how to survive the financial crisis. Plus, could this car be the future for GM? But first, Elizabeth Edwards making her first appearance since her husband admitted to cheating on her. We'll tell you what she had to say here on The Early Show on CBS.
This Sunday through Saturday, come in to find great deals on your next appliance at the Sears Your Choice sale. Get 10% off instantly on any home appliance and floor care. And free delivery after online or mail-in rebate, including the top brands. Or choose no interest for 24 months on any appliance over $3.99 with your Sears card. So come in this Sunday through Saturday and make your choice. 10% off and free delivery, or 24 months no interest on your next appliance. Only at Sears.
Desmond, the doctor will see you now.
It's fruit crepe fever. Sweet cream cheese, luscious fruit, and delectable crepe. Served with all your favorites only at IHOP. Come hungry, leave happy. There's no topping IHOP when it comes to dinner, too.
Miracle at St. Anna is one of the best films of 2008. On September 26th, Spike Lee invites you to solve a mystery 40 years in the making. No. You know what? Miracle at St. Anna. Rated R.
Describe the 2 soups, please.
MSG, sodium stearoyl lactylate.
And the next one.
Spinach, grown on a south-facing slope. Natural sea salt. Northern waters, if I'm not mistaken.
Unlike Progresso soups, new Campbell Select Harvest soups never contain artificial flavor or MSG, just real ingredients, real taste.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Seconds before an accident, the newly redesigned M-Class senses the collision and closes windows in preparation. Dual-stage airbags then deploy on impact, while the advanced crumple zone and cabin design absorb and deflect energy around the passengers. Safety innovations we're proud of at Mercedes-Benz, and ones we hope you never get to see. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for a special lease offer through Mercedes-Benz Financial.
Made with whole soy and real fruit. Soy Joy may induce frolicking. Soy Joy, fortified with optimism. Visit soyjoy.com to learn more about the many health benefits of whole soy and download great coupons.
You're watching America's fastest growing network morning newscast.
Sometimes, when people are confronted with an extraordinary sales event, they can behave rather badly. So it's with some trepidation that we announce the Land Rover 60th anniversary sales event. Extraordinary offers on all models until September 30th. Remember, behave yourselves.
Elizabeth Edwards has returned to the public spotlight, talking about a topic she's passionate about. CBS News correspondent Bianca Solorzano reports.
Elizabeth Edwards told an audience in Philadelphia that the nation's economic problems may draw attention and money that might have been spent on fixing the healthcare system.
I'm more discouraged than
than I was before. And
Edwards also says she sparred with Democratic presidential nominee Barack Obama over his health care policy, which mandates insurance for children, but not for adults.
It's not just for your protection that you have health insurance, it's also for the protection of everybody else's health care dollars, that you make certain that everybody who comes and needs the services from our health care system has insurance and is able to pay for therefore able to pay for their care.
Edwards kept her remarks to health care policy. After being diagnosed with cancer herself, she's become a respected speaker on the subject. Last night's speech was her first since her husband, two-time Democratic presidential candidate and former North Carolina Senator John Edwards, publicly admitted last month to an extramarital affair with campaign videographer Riel Hunter.
I made a very serious mistake, a mistake that I am responsible for and no one else. I, in 2006, told Elizabeth about the mistake, asked her for her forgiveness, asked God for his forgiveness.
Edwards has remained quiet about her husband's infidelity, issuing only a brief statement last month saying, "I am proud of the courage John showed by his honesty in the face of shame." As for John Edwards, he's canceled all public events until after the election, saying he doesn't want to be a distraction to his party's ticket. For The Early Show, Bianca Solorzano, CBS News, New York.
Now let's go over to Harry. He's at our election set. Good morning.
All right. Thanks very much, Maggie. This morning in our continuing election series, 50 days, 50 states, we look at the race in New Jersey. There are 15 electoral votes at stake in the Garden State, which John Kerry won back in 2004. A Quinnipiac University poll of likely voters shows Barack Obama leads John McCain by only 3 points, 48% to 45%. Not good news for Obama. Last month, he had a 10-point lead over McCain in New Jersey. Coming up, my interview with Donald Trump, his advice on how to survive the Wall Street meltdown. You're watching The Early Show on CBS.
This portion of The Early Show is sponsored by the National Association of Realtors. Buying or selling a home? Every market's different.
When it comes to buying a home, family conditions often outweigh market conditions. If you purchase one of the millions of homes that will be sold this year, the National Association of Realtors wants you to know that you're making a good move for your family and towards building long-term wealth. In fact, 60% of the average homeowner's wealth comes from their home's equity. Work with a realtor in your area. They'll help you find a home that's just right for you. To learn more, visit housingmarketfacts.com. Every market's different. Call a realtor today.
The original Mavericks. He fights pork barrel spending. She stopped the bridge to nowhere. He took on the drug industry. She took on big oil. He battled Republicans and reformed Washington. She battled Republicans and reformed Alaska. They'll make history. They'll change Washington. McCain-Palin. Real change.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
The Coen Brothers spy comedy, Burn After Reading, is the #1 movie in America.
This is like raw intelligence.
It's hilarious.
Give me the CD, the money!
George Clooney and Brad Pitt get big laughs.
That's cool.
Burn After Reading, rated R, now playing.
What's new in the neighborhood? All-you-can-eat riblets, all-you-can-eat shrimp, or all-you-can-eat chicken fingers. Your choice, starting at just $9.99 for a limited time only, and only at Applebee's. It's a whole new neighborhood.
We're looking for everyone who hasn't tried Honey Bunches of Oats. Would you like to try some?
Great.
This is very good.
What's in this stuff?
It's the perfect combination of crispy flakes, crunchy oat clusters, and just a touch of honey in every spoonful.
One spoonful is all it takes!
Small business savings on airfare. Automatic. Small business savings on car rental. Automatic. Small business savings on hotel. Automatic. Making it look easy. Priceless. Register your MasterCard business card at easysavings.com.
Desmond, the doctor will see you now.
It's fruit crepe fever. Sweet cream cheese, luscious fruit, and delectable crepe. Served with all your favorites only at IHOP. Come hungry? Leave happy. There's no topping IHOP when it comes to dinner, too.
You're watching America's fastest growing network morning newscast.
California's leading environmental groups all oppose Proposition 7 because it's deeply flawed. It effectively eliminates small renewable energy producers.
I went into the solar energy business 32 years ago for all the right reasons. And now Proposition 7 threatens my business for all the wrong reasons. Prop 7 could cost California thousands of good green jobs.
Join California's leading environmental groups and vote no on Prop 7.
Folks at General Motors very excited about the Bolts. We're going to get a live tour of it's basically an all-electric car.
They had one in the past, didn't they?
Yes,
Anybody
they
remember?
did.
No.
There was a whole documentary on it called Who Killed the Electric Car.
Now they're bringing it back.
There you go.
They're
Take a look
trying again.
in our next half hour.
Good morning, Long Beach, and you are under a marine layer this morning. Lots of gray out there, but it's going to be a beautiful afternoon. It is a Wednesday morning. I'm Suzanne Rico. Here's what's happening around town. Less than a week after the deadly collision in Chatsworth, the Metrolink line is rolling once more past the crash site. Meanwhile, the NTSB is moving closer to pinpointing what caused this crash. Yesterday, investigators reenacted the moments up to the collision, trying to determine that the engineers only had about 4 seconds to react once they saw the other train approaching. And a murder mystery this morning in the Santa Clarita area after the discovery of a man found stabbed to death inside his car. We have the view from News Chopper 2 right now. The victim is 56-year-old Anthony Lombardi. He was found sitting in the driver's seat in front of his home in the 24,200 block of Undine Road. The investigation this morning is ongoing. Henry DiCarlo has the ongoing 2-view Doppler forecast, and what a roller coaster, Henry.
Yeah, we were warm over the past couple of days. That marine layer beginning to roll on through. It will thicken up through the weekend, so actually temperatures will start to come down a little bit. It'll look and feel a little bit more like fall as we head into the weekend. This is the last weekend of summer, by the way, but look at those weekend temperatures. Struggling to get to 80 downtown, and temperatures will remain cool, but Wednesday, there's a chance we'll see our first Santa Ana of the season.
Wow. Okay, Henry, we'll be warned. Tomorrow morning on CBS 2 News, starting at 5 a.m., simple changes to your workout can help you lose weight faster. We're going to show you what to do tomorrow morning on CBS 2 News between 5 and 7 a.m. Henry's not going far. This time he'll be back with Time Saver Traffic 3D.
How did a perfect mom become an addict?
I'm gonna die if I don't get help.
What to do if pills are taking over your life?
How could you not know?
Today at 4 on CBS 2.
Wait, I know that chick. Hey, bud, what's up? Just watching some high-definition television. Looks so real. It is real. It's a window. Yeah, well, my cable doesn't have as many HD channels, so... You know you can get more HD channels with AT&T's Advanced TV? Hey, isn't that your... Shh, it's my favorite part. No, isn't that your car getting towed? Yes! My car is on TV! In HD!
It's easy to beat cable with AT&T. Get more HD channels than cable. $200 cash back on select combined plans when you order online.
This is a strawberry Pop-Tart. And this is the warm, fresh-baked taste of a strawberry toaster strudel. See the difference? Pillsbury Toaster Strudel. The one kids want to eat.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay. Okay.
The power of pizza in a bite-sized snack. Totino's Pizza Rolls.
Next Insider.
I am not a perfect woman.
Jill Biden's first TV interview.
Does Jeff Gordon know that you were once a male?
A NASCAR identity twist. Plus, dancing's Maxim back. Next Insider.
Tonight at 7:30 on CBS 2.
Check your Wednesday morning commute with Time Saver Traffic 3D now. Hey, Henry.
Oh, good morning, Suzanne. We have a problem. We're going to talk about another accident right now. Crash. All lanes are blocked. This is the eastbound 105 at Lakewood. So you do need a couple of alternates here, and we have them for you. Use Rosecrans or Imperial, both of those running parallel to the 105, but right now eastbound 105 at Lakewood, Suzanne, all lanes currently closed.
All right, Henry Carlo, thanks for that. Coming up today on CBS 2 News at 11 a.m., we have details of a brand new pet food recall. We have a list of the brands you should avoid. You can see it on our website, cbs2.com. That's on all the time, but we'll have the full story for you on CBS 2 News today at 11 a.m. Let's check Malibu for you this morning. You can see that marine layer Henry was talking about creeping on in. More of the early shows straight ahead for you now.
September is all about saving at the Shop Till You Drive clearance event at your Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealers. We're taking up to 40% off MSRP on 08 Rams to make room for new arrivals. Get up to 28% off MSRP on Grand Cherokee, or get up to 24% off MSRP on Town & Country. Check out our great selection of fuel-efficient vehicles and find your perfect fit at the Shop Till You Drive clearance event going on through September 30th.
The LA County Fair is back at the Fairplex in Pomona with 18 days and nights of fun. Win a family 4-pack of tickets and the chance to be on TV when CBS 2 goes live from the fair. To learn how to enter, watch the CBS 2 Morning News or go to CBS2.com.
That old refrigerator in your garage, it's costing you almost $300 a year just to keep a few cans of soda cold. Southern California Edison will pay you to let us haul it away. You'll save money and you'll help the environment too.
Dr. Phil's new mission, next, all new Rach.
Real estate titan Donald Trump knows what it's like to weather a financial crisis. We had a chance to talk about what's going on in New York and the Wall Street crunch yesterday. We'll have the interview for you here in just a couple of minutes.
What a view from his office in Central Park.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Oh, my God.
From a boardroom with a black marble board table that's about this thick. And we went into the office and somebody set something down on it and they said,
oh, no.
Be a little careful. Just be careful.
Is he the character that you see on TV, or is that all shtick?
It's kind of an amalgam of a whole bunch of stuff. But whenever I see him, I do always go like this. I just kind of look at his hair. Like that.
He has hair, so you're a little jealous.
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Good answer. You shouldn't be. Also ahead this morning, we're going to talk about Big Brother 10. We have a winner, and our partner Julie Chen spoke with the very happy man last night.
General Motors is hoping this is the car of the future. It's called the Bolt, and we're going to find out why so much is riding on that electric automobile.
Also, possible unexpected spots around your house where you might find dangerous lead poisoning. But first, let's get you up to date on the headlines. Russ Mitchell is back with that. Good morning.
Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, everyone. 2 car bombs were detonated this morning outside the American Embassy in Yemen. Multiple explosions killed 6 security guards for Yemen's Interior Ministry and 4 civilians. 6 attackers were also killed. No Americans were killed in the attack. Barack Obama held a high-priced Beverly Hills fundraiser last night. 250 guests paid $28,500 each to attend. Obama hoped to raise $9 million. And the federal government is putting taxpayer money on the line to rescue insurance giant AIG. The Fed is providing an $85 billion 2-year loan, this just days after refusing to bail out Lehman Brothers. Now here's Harry.
The meltdown on Wall Street has shaken the American financial system to its core. For some perspective on this financial crisis, I caught up with real estate titan Donald Trump at his New York office. Did I read someplace that you never, ever invest in the stock market?
I don't invest. I'm very lucky. I didn't invest in the stock market. I was so tempted. In fact, I was very tempted even a few months ago to invest in the stock market. It seemed so low. And guess what? I had a lot of friends that did that, and they're not very happy campers right now.
You like bricks and mortar?
I like brick and mortar. I like buildings like this where you can walk in and actually touch it.
Mm-hmm. Although, even within your own history, it wasn't so long after the stock market crash in the late 80s. Right. You yourself were on the brink.
I had trouble, there's no question. In 1990, 1991, 92, there was a real estate depression like I've never seen.
People watch you. People have gone to your seminars. They've certainly bought your books. They watch you on The Apprentice. Here's a smart guy like Donald Trump. What's he doing now? What would his advice be to the little guy who lives in Teaneck?
Well, first of all, my advice over 2 years ago, and during many of the seminars and many of the speeches that I've made over the years, don't buy real estate, because I said it's too highly priced. And don't take these exploding mortgages. Now I say buy. This is a great time to buy. This today is a great time to buy. And people will have to take back money. The banks are already in, so they'll take back money. You know, they'll do a lot of things to get something. So the last thing that banks want right now is your house. They have enough houses. And you go see the bank, and I tell this to so many people, go see the bank and make a deal. They don't want your house.
I'm thinking back to when you, in those troubled times in the 90s, for you, what was the most important lesson for you, and what was your takeaway from that time?
Well, first of all, Harry, you have to be very smart. I mean, you got to be cunning and smart and all, but you can never give up. And I had an expression I came up with, I think Business Week wrote it. It was survive till 95. This was in 1990, 1991. And it was a great expression, survive till 95. And I survived, and a lot of other people went bankrupt and they're gone. Well, it's going to be the same thing right now. It won't rhyme as well, probably, but over a period of 3 or 4 years, lots of good things will happen, but you have to survive. So you can never, ever give up. You have to be smart, and you're either smart or you're not smart, but you can never, ever give up. You have to just keep going forward.
And this summer, Trump followed his own advice and sold a house in Palm Beach, Florida for just shy of $100 million. This is a house he picked up in kind of a fire sale for around $45 million or so, but he had to wait for the right buyer. He said there weren't a lot of people waiting in line to buy that house.
But I saw it and I loved it.
You did?
So I just walked in and
kicked the tires, going to walk
Mar-a-Lago, and my parents were really very happy there right now.
And now that house you could probably get for less.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The interesting thing about Trump, though, beyond all that bluster, which is very much the showman in him, he's a brilliant businessman, and you cannot argue that.
And one of the things he said, all these buildings that he's built and these giant high-rises, he said, I'm rented up. He says, I am rented up. I'm
good to go.
Yes.
Yeah, so very interesting. All right, Harry and Maggie, let's check the weather right now, see what's happening. And as we take a look at much of the country, really great, gorgeous sunshine from the Rockies all the way through the Midwest, Cheyenne, Milwaukee, into Chicago, down to Memphis. It's just beautiful. We do have some coastal storms that are rolling on through today. Keep in mind, interior sections of the Southeast yesterday got some much needed rain. Today, some afternoon coastal storms. And again, the interior sections really needed that. Even from Hannah, they did not get what they need. We'll talk more about the national forecast in a little while. In the meantime, that's a quick look at what's happening across the country. Here's an early look at what's going on in your area.
Thank you, my friend. Dave, we're taking a live look outside. This is the view in Malibu, where the clouds have pretty much creeped into Southern California, especially along the coast. That bodes well for those of you that want to see a little bit of a cool down. High today of 83 downtown. That is average for this time of the year. We do have some low 90s inland, but we're cooler by the weekend.
Henry DiCarlo, thanks for that. I'm Suzanne Rico, and tomorrow morning starting at 5 a.m., lose weight faster. See the simple steps you can take to lose that weight 3 times as fast. Tomorrow morning on CBS 2 News. Now let's go back to the early show.
And that's a quick look at your weather. Harry, Maggie,
Dr. Science, you're going to love this.
All right, try me.
All right. Up next, we're going to get a Volt. We're going to take a look at the brand new GM car of the future.
Very.
When we come back.
Sears is asking folks how they're upgrading their fall cleanup. And Al Baker here says he's got a pretty solid idea.
Rakes the yard, builds muscle. Oh, yeah.
This season, upgrade your fall cleanup wisely at Sears. I'm thinking that's going to work a little better for you.
Kids seem to like it.
This week, all Craftsman blowers and chainsaws are on sale. Like this chainsaw for only $149.99 and this blower for a low $99.99. This season, fall forward, only at Sears.
The original Mavericks. He fights pork barrel spending. She stopped the bridge to nowhere. He took on the drug industry. She took on big oil. He battled Republicans and reformed Washington. She battled Republicans and reformed Alaska. They'll make history. They'll change Washington. McCain-Palin, real change.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
New Jell-O sugar-free dark chocolate pudding. 60 creamy calories of deep chocolate bliss. Jell-O, because every diet needs a little wiggle room.
Order for takeout? Okay, a large roast beef sub with American cheese, pickles, lettuce, and tomatoes. No, that's not all. Ham and cheese, no mayo.
Getting your order right and right on time shouldn't be a matter of luck.
Why don't we just do Chili's to go instead?
Thanks for calling Chili's.
Trust Chili's to go to get your order right and right on time. We even give you an exact time so you can pick it up at its fresh, hot, and delicious best. It's just what you'd expect from Chili's to go.
It's PetSmart's favorite thing sale. Right now, save up to 15% on over 1,000 items, including your pet's favorite food, treats, toys, and more. So don't miss the favorite thing sale. Going on now, only at PetSmart.
seconds before an accident. The newly redesigned M-Class senses the collision and closes windows in preparation. Dual-stage airbags then deploy on impact, while the advanced crumple zone and cabin design absorb and deflect energy around the passengers. Safety innovations we're proud of at Mercedes-Benz, and ones we hope you never get to see. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for a special lease offer through Mercedes-Benz Financial.
Some guys have all the luck.
Hi.
Hey there. Oh, sweet Lord. Some guys don't.
I feel sick.
CBS Monday. It's Mr. Lucky.
Are you ready for me?
Bravo. Followed by Mr. Unlucky.
It's Mel's friend Sam in a giant plastic diaper.
Worst week after 2.5 Men, CBS premiere Monday.
General Motors has created a plug-in car. It's called the Chevy Volt. There's a lot of investment and expectation riding on it. 12 years ago, GM introduced the first modern electric car, the EV1, seen here in the documentary Who Killed the Electric Car. It never caught on. Joining us now is Volt's design director, Bob Boniface. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
I see you're holding the cord right there. This literally is a plug-in car. What does that mean?
Well, really, this is the heart and soul of the Chevy Volt, because what you're seeing here is that the car is essentially, it's an electric vehicle. You take this end, plug it into a wall socket, and basically you can drive for 40 miles on just electricity. But the beautiful thing about the car, and this is what's great about it, it has a small gasoline engine in it also. So if you run out of electricity, you don't simply coast to the side of the road and look for a wall socket. You can go another 300 miles or so on gasoline to get you to the next charge port.
So this is not exactly a hybrid in the sense of hybrids as we know it. This little gasoline engine really then helps power the battery, right?
Right. Traditional hybrid vehicles, the gas engine still drives the wheel. The Volt's very different. It is purely electrically propelled. The gas engine on board is only there as a safety measure in case you run out of electricity. It will charge the battery and let you keep going.
Right, and if I'm only using the battery, if I'm just running errands around the house, because most trips most people take are less than 20 miles, and if I'm plugging this thing in overnight when electricity is cheaper, how cheap is this thing to run?
Well, there's the beauty of the car. A traditional vehicle that gets, say, 30 miles per gallon costs you between 12 and 15 cents per mile to drive. This car, if you plug in overnight, it's 1 to 2 cents per mile. So big difference in the cost of ownership and cost of driving.
Okay, well, we've all been sitting around looking at this car this morning. It's a cool looking car. It's attractive to the eye. Right. When does it go on the market? What, not for another 2 years yet?
Yeah, we're talking about in dealer showrooms by November of 2011. Obviously, earlier on than that, these cars will be on the road and people, hopefully in my hands, for testing purposes. Right. But the public will be able to get one in 2010.
And what will it cost?
We've stated that we want to keep the price below $40,000, but obviously we haven't announced pricing yet, and a lot of things can change, but the price should be below $40,000.
And GM has an awful lot riding on this electric car, that's for sure.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
All right, Bob Boniface, thanks so much for the preview this morning. Do appreciate it.
Good to be here.
All right. Up next, surprising places around your home where potentially poisonous lead can be found. You're watching The Early Show on CBS.
What do you want as your reward? I want to take all my ladies out to a really nice dinner.
Hey, Daddy's gonna sit right between.
Hello, hello. Chase Freedom introduces rewards points you can use like cash to get anything you want.
I want a new house for Rufus. Oh, Rufus, what kind of house would suit you?
With the Chase Freedom credit card, use your points to get any item, any place. Freedom matters. Chase what matters.
They tickle, they tease, and you sneeze. Maybe it's time to ask your doctor about Singulair. While many allergy medicines block histamine, Singulair blocks leukotrienes, an underlying cause of nasal allergy symptoms. And that's how Singulair works differently. One pill, once a day. Side effects are generally mild and vary by age and may include headache, ear infection, sore throat, and upper respiratory infection. Singulair, a different way to treat allergies.
We have oil here, and we have our resources that we could use.
I'd love to see more wind power.
Solar energy, biofuels,
natural gas.
What's underneath our feet? What's up above our heads?
Any business person that is worth their salt is going to diversify as much as they can.
What's new in the neighborhood? All-you-can-eat riblets, all-you-can-eat shrimp, or all-you-can-eat chicken fingers. Your choice, starting at just $9.99 for a limited time only, and only at Applebee's. It's a whole new neighborhood.
The Saturn Aura. With the best highway fuel economy of any mid-size sedan, an EPA estimated 33 miles per gallon highway from the company that's rethinking everything. Hurry in now and get the Saturn employee discount.
Want to steal a cookie from our cookie jar? When it's a tasty cookie that's actually good for you, why not? So steal a cookie from our cookie jar at Kashi.com. We won't look. Free cookie at Kashi.com.
Kashi, 7 whole grains on a mission.
I'm an astrophysicist, a stargazer. But here's something cosmic I discovered on Earth. Sharp Solar. Their vision of a clean, solar-powered world began with their solar cells in a lighthouse in 1966. Since then, they have provided more solar energy around the globe than anyone else. From wineries to space satellites. From a lighthouse to your house. Change your power, change your planet. Sharp.
The Early Show continues now from the General Motors building in New York City.
This morning in Health Watch, lead in unexpected places. Did you know that your plumbing and faucets might leak lead? Joining us is Liz Vaccarello. She is editor-in-chief of Prevention Magazine. Good morning, Liz.
Good morning.
So we've done a lot of stories about lead poisoning. We know it can cause serious things, heart disease, stroke, memory loss. But what's new is that even in low levels now it's found it can be harmful.
Even microscopic levels of lead consumed daily or breathed daily can be very, very dangerous to your health.
You find leaking, peeling paint. That's usually the culprit, but there are others, including, you say, plumbing. You say if we run the faucet and we cook with cold water, we might eliminate that risk. How so?
Well, in 1985, they passed a law that largely banned lead from plumbing, but even today, they can have 8% of the metal in plumbing that's labeled lead-free. So if you're flushing out the system, the lead that has accumulated overnight will be flushed out. Cooking with cool water is better because hot water absorbs lead. And you should also buy a filter if you're concerned. You can go to, you can buy a filter that is NSF approved.
Those are the ones that you just attach to your faucet.
Yes, exactly.
And that'll alleviate the concern.
That's right.
All right, number 2, renovation. If they're doing work on your house, you say seal off the work area, hire somebody to test, and always wear masks and goggles.
Well, that's right, because again, this magic year of 1986, now paint does not contain any lead, but if you're renovating a home built before 1986, you should assume you're dealing with lead. So have workers leave and enter your home through a side door. Make sure they're wearing masks when they clean up and that you and your family are wearing masks. And seal off the area, close windows and vents to make sure that the particles in the air aren't getting through your entire home.
That makes sense. The next one is surprising to me. You say that gardening in and around the city, so many of us who live in Manhattan can actually expose you to lead.
Well, you've got these lead paint chips from old homes that have seeped into the soil. But it's very easy. You can still garden. People shouldn't be terribly worried. Again, they should be wearing gloves when they garden. They should keep their gardening shoes outside so they're not tracking it in the house. They should wash the vegetables that they grow. If you're growing lettuce, throw away those outer layers. And then also test the pH levels of the soil. You can use compost to keep the levels from leaching into your vegetables.
All right, Liz Vaccarello, thank you for the information. We will put that all up on our website, earlyshow.cbsnews.com. We'll be right back. Thank you, Liz.
CBS Health Watch, sponsored by Campbell's Select Harvest Soups. Real ingredients, real taste.
Could you guys work the weekend?
Mm-hmm. Good.
Come in early?
That is great.
Move your vacations around?
Yes.
That's the spirit.
Okay. Good meeting.
Campbell's Microwavable Soup. Good to go.
I've been searching high and low for the fall essentials. You know, the must-haves.
Julie Barnes, Burlington Coat Factory Fashion Director.
Because this time of year, you either have it or you don't.
Save big at the Burlington Coat Factory Must-Haves event.
It's been an industry leader for generations, equipped with breakthrough safety features, and wrapped in a classic, timeless look. We believe great cars take a vision not everyone shares. The E-Class, highest-ranked mid-size premium car in initial quality 2 years in a row. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for special offers through Mercedes-Benz Financial.
You're watching America's fastest-growing network morning newscast.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
You okay?
You should have that looked at.
Oh my God! Sorry.
Just go away!
Worst week. Series premiere CBS Monday after 2.5 Men.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Does this make me look fat?
And you get heads or tails?
Both.
Yeah, tails.
What we call both, so.
You cannot have both. So you want to try again?
I don't want to call heads or tails, I just want to call both.
Well, you don't get both, though. You can have one or the other.
It's always been heads, tails, or both.
I have never heard of that before.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so you get one or the other.
So I can't have both.
You're making this very difficult.
Get both a low auto insurance rate and a dedicated agent who gives you great service at mercuryinsurance.com.
Beloved by the people.
The Duchess of Devonshire.
Betrayed by her husband.
What is going on?
Nothing to concern you.
What kind of man are you? Mr. Gray?
Your Grace.
He's in love with you. All London is talking. Let them talk.
She'll dare to defy tradition.
This will be the mistake of your life.
To follow her heart.
I won't give him up.
Rolling Stone raves. Keira Knightley scores a knockout. The Duchess. Rated PG-13. Exclusive engagements begin September 19. Everywhere October 3rd.
It's the Arby's Lunch Break Sweepstakes. To enter, go to CBS2.com. You can win a coupon for an awesome combo meal from Arby's. Not just for you, but for everybody in the office. From their classic roast beef sandwich, sliced thin and piled